Alright guys, I'm back with another video. Today we're going to be looking at some very goofy and weird Minecraft shaders. Now these shaders aren't what you're used to, okay, they're not made to make your game look realistic or improve the graphics or whatever. They're just going to make your game look completely crazy. In fact, most of the shaders in the video will make your game almost unplayable and should be installed mostly as a joke, but some of these, even though they dramatically change the game, are actually very interesting to play with, as they drastically change the game's atmosphere but aren't super crazy or anything. All of these shaders are compatible with version 1.21, but many of them should also be compatible with earlier versions of the game. Alright, so the first shader pack is called Spooklementary, and this is actually a very high quality shader as it does significantly improve your graphics, but also has a very unique theme, and that theme is horror. As you guys know, Halloween is coming soon and this shader is the perfect choice for that. Now let me show you guys some of the features of this beautiful shader. Alright, so first we have some features that simply improve the graphics of the game. These can be found in many of the normal and commonly used shader packs out there. So you got the water shader, and you got the sick looking clouds. You also got the wind blowing on the leaves, obviously the shadows as you can see here. You got your reflections right here. And all of this is nice of course, but this isn't what makes this shader pack unique. Check this out. So as you can see, this shader pack adds a lot of fog. This is one of the main things that will contribute to the horror atmosphere of this shader. Now the other thing that it does is it makes the dark areas of the game actually dark. So let's go down this cave. And as you can see, there's actually some eyes out there that are looking at us. But you can see the cave is extremely dark, we literally cannot see anything. And the lights are very dim. Nights are also extremely dark in this game with this shader pack. Now let's see how the nether looks like. Right, so we've got the nether here, and I really love how the glowstone is actually glowing. It's also pretty dark. Now guys, check this out. Holy! Look at this. The lava is looking insane. Now guys, there's actually many other features that this shader pack offers you, but they are detailed on the mod page. I will not be showing all of them here. I know this video is supposed to be about goofy shader packs, but this one isn't goofy at all. It's actually really high quality. It's one of my favorite shader packs probably ever. Highly recommend you guys to try this one out and play with it for a bit. The next shader pack is called Snow Default, and essentially the only thing it does is turn your game into permanent winter mode. And that's pretty much all it does. It also changes the water, it will make your days very bright and add these cold wind effects to the sky. The nights are also going to be brighter than usual and look very cold. Hell, it even makes the nether look kinda chilly. The mod is in alpha right now, but I tested it and nothing seems really broken, so if you want your Minecraft to look colder, go ahead and download it. Alright, now we're getting to the actual goofy shaders. First one's going to be the Ascii-like Shader, and as you might have guessed it, it turns everything in your game to ASCII characters. Now I'm probably not going to use this much, but maybe if you're into ASCII art or something, you can use this to learn to draw an ASCII creeper or whatever. This mod is customizable and you can actually choose between a colored version and a black and white version. Overall, it's an interesting concept, but quite taxing on the eyes, I must say. Now guys, you better be prepared for this next one because it's the Emoji-like Shader. A sequel to the Ascii shader made by the same author. This one's for the zoomers out there. Maybe install this on your little brother's computer or something. Personally though, it makes me want to claw my eyes out and scream. Also, I'm gonna be honest, it's not ideal. I think the colors don't match that well and it's pretty much unusable during daytime. But well, I guess it was never supposed to be playable anyways. This next shader is called Neon Skylines. It is an interesting concept that is inspired by the night vision effects of Halo ODST. It works only at night by default, and what it does is it outlines blocks, entities and items with colored edges based on the category. So terrain is outlined with yellow, enemies are outlined with red, items on the ground with blue, etc. Everything is configurable. You can actually make it work during the day too, and you can change the colors of the outlines as you see fit in the shader options. Personally, I love it. It makes the nights look really cool and it'd be nice to play with it sometimes. Now this shader here is called Lymbo. As you can see, it turns the game grey. It also adds some bloom and noise effects. Another thing it does is it dramatically increases the fog, so you'll barely be able to see beyond your nose. Due to this, the shader should completely change the way you play the game. Since you can't see anything and there's no color, you'll be feeling like you're stuck in a horror movie. Try playing hardcore with this one and surviving. The next shader on the list is PwC Retro Pixels. Its goal is to mimic the look and feel of retro games from the early 90s. It's a cool little shader if you're into that kind of thing, and there's also an option to enable a CRT monitor effect to increase the retro feel even further. Personally, I think Minecraft is pixelated enough as it is though. When installing this shader, bear in mind it's actually not compatible with Iris and Sodium, you can only use it with Optifine. Similar shader to Retro Pixel, this one's called PSX Shader. This shader's goal is to imitate the look of PSX games. Personally, I like this one much more than the previous one. I can see it being used for some purposes. And unlike the previous one, PSX Shader is also compatible with Iris and Sodium. This next shader is one with a unique concept. It's called No Light, No Color, and the name speaks for itself. Blocks that don't have light nearby will turn grey, and only blocks that have some light on them will preserve their color. The further the block is from a light source, the more grey it becomes. And when I say light, I actually don't mean daylight. Daylight doesn't count for some reason. Only light sources like torches, fire, lava, etc. count. It also affects only blocks, not items or entities or anything like that. Also, this shader is technically not a shader, it's just a resource pack, and it's also unfortunately not compatible with Sodium. So the last shader in the list is what would happen if you install performance heavy shaders on an old computer. This is what's gonna happen when you fry your GPU and it's time to take it to the back of the barn. And that's why the shader is called deep fried. Now, I don't see a whole lot of purpose in using this, but one thing you can do is install it into your friend's computer without him seeing, launch the game and watch his reaction when he comes back. With that, we've reached the end of the video. We've seen some cool shaders, some were very high quality while others are practically unplayable. Hopefully you guys have seen something you like here and are interested in using it for whatever purpose. As always, all download links will be in the description below, so check it out and stay tuned for the next one.